All right, let's do this. Quick break, really quick, just an open. Omar Kelly, baby, and the Ejdconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report. Next.
The Big O Radio Show is home for the hardcore Dolphins fan. That's why we give you Omar Kelly twice a week. Buckle up. It's time for the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report, exclusively on the Big O Radio Show.
Are back and we are ready for the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report. Call Eric and all the great people out there. Trust me, they will definitely take care of you. They're good people, man. Over there at EJD Construction, they do it all. So
quality work
man.
over there.
Big time. Kind of like what you do every day with the South Florida Sun Sentinel, young man. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay, man. On Will Fuller watch, trying to figure out what's the mystery.
Yeah, I just didn't like. We had some of our listeners were like, "Oh, what a bum! He's missing the game." And it's like, dude, relax. Obviously, it sounds something personal, man. Let's respect the man. It might be something serious with his family, which is always more important than football. Any of us that actually care about our families, we're going to want to take care of our families first than anything else. The job will be there for you. You know what I mean? And we all must refrain from any kind of comments until we actually find out what's going on in the man's life, man. It could be something pretty tragic right now. And it sounded like it was something very personal that it just kind of showed up out of nowhere. And
absolutely.
So that gets you nervous. That gets you nervous.
Yeah, he talked to the media the day before he left, and we don't know where he is. My hope is that this is something that's minor and family related, and everybody's fine. Maybe it's COVID related, not necessarily with him, but I'm just only speculating right now. My hope is that he has not decided to walk away from the game. He has not decided to walk away from the team. He has not, been popped for another PED violation and, faces a year-long suspension. And let's just hope that this is something small and minor as opposed to something that can make him basically, null and void for the season. But as Flores pointed out, and I agree with him, and it's true, and I've said this to you, I mean, Will Fuller's probably participated in 5 practices since training camp.
Right.
It's not like he's been a major part of this team so far. And I don't really see any issue with the offense. And in fact, I argued with you probably a month ago. I don't think it's just guaranteed he's going to go out there and just blow Albert Wilson out the water. And sure, Albert Wilson didn't show you anything in the season opener, but I can tell you he's a big playmaker.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. I just listen, at this point, I'm just rooting for Will Fuller to not have any serious issues. That's all. I'm hoping that he and his family are fine. The football stuff, dude, it can all take care of itself. It'll all be figured out. Let's just wait now and let's actually get the facts and let's not have people jump into conclusions because let's just respect the man's space at the moment. That's all I'm asking, and that's all we should do at this point in time. What did you pick up from what he said on Preston Williams that he said definitely improving? So does that, when he at least gives you kind of a little color to that comment, do you kind of say, okay, well, maybe, that's a positive sign that not that he's playing this week, but that maybe Preston is getting closer?
We all know Preston is coming back. I think he can play if needed. I think they're not really pushing him, and they don't really need him right now. I think the only time you'll need him is if something happens to Devontae Parker. I mean, there are guys who fit certain molds of receivers, and Devontae, Preston, and Mac Hollins, they're all one receiver, and they all fit into that slant running mold of receiver, big body targets. They've got 2 on the active right now in Mac Hollins, who's the number 1 gunner, so he has to be active no matter what. And then you've got Devontae Parker. I don't really think you have a need for Preston Williams right now. You have a need more for speed guys, and Will Fuller was going to be that. Right now, you're going to have to lean on Albert Wilson and Jalen Waddle. Jakeem, if he's ever going to be in the equation from an offensive standpoint, and they've got enough weaponry that bro. We complained all of last week about Mike Gesicki, your second best offensive weapon or third best offensive weapon, not having many targets. There's only so many balls to go around, so many elite targets, and I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah, and the Gesicki thing, you noticed after they wanted to get more blockers in there.
Yep.
And so to them, it was
And
more.
what do I always tell you? He's a glorified slot receiver.
And I have no problem with that. There's plenty of guys like that in this league. I got no, as long as you can catch the ball, I'm good with that. If you're productive with that, now you can't be a glorified receiver and not receive, and you're dropping balls all over the place and not scoring. Okay, what I mean? So I don't mind that.
That surprised me for Hunter Long, a rookie, to take 20 of his offensive snaps. Like, that's a shocker. That's a shocker for me. And
but you're not in the end, when it's all said and done, you're actually not surprised, right? Because Hunter was considered more of a complete type of tight end, a kid that can, get his nose dirty and block some.
But are you going to do Gesicki like this are you going to do Gesicki like this in a contract year though? Like,
Omar, it's not about your contract. It's about winning the damn game. And if in the game plan it requires,
are you saying that Mike Gesicki can help you? I mean, that Hunter Long can help you win the game better than Mike Gesicki can?
They won the game, didn't they?
Because Xavier Howard forced the fumble and recovered it. That's the only reason they won the game. The only reason. It's not the reason.
The game has to be tight enough for Xavier Howard to win the game for you, my brother. Okay, so you play the game throughout 4 quarters. So yes, that was the game deciding play.
Only reason.
But the team, both offensively, both offensively, defensively, and on special teams, you kept a tight game. You gave your team a chance to win at the end of the game. So for their game plan,
so let me ask you a question.
When it's a W, it's hard to argue anything. You know what I'm saying?
If Xavier doesn't get that fumble, do they win?
No, of course not. Of course not. And if Tua doesn't score, they don't win. And if Tua doesn't throw to Waddle for a touchdown, they don't win. And if Tua doesn't find Parker on a slant, they don't win. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can say. If they don't do certain things, they don't end up winning the game. Everything comes together as the sum of all parts, and then you get the finished product. So they did enough all over the place to put themselves in position to be successful. And it wasn't only just Xavier. 3 other guys were forcing fumbles, and they recovered 2 of those fumbles. So the guys were trying to do, it wasn't X the only guy that was forcing fumbles here. There were 3 other people that forced fumbles in this game, and they were able to recover 2 of them. Everything that you do in a game, Omar, is important. You know what I mean? It all contributes. And I have to give them the benefit of the doubt if they felt they needed more blocking than they did more receiving. And because you just mentioned it, they have enough weapons. They felt the other guys could pick up the slack by using Gesicki less. And that's what ended up happening, doggy.
I get it. In a game where you got a rookie playing left tackle, you need blockers on that line of scrimmage. And it makes a lot of sense. And I get it. But
it's like the Jacoby Brissett thing, doggy. At first, I freaked out, and then I go, oh, man, that makes all the sense in the world that they're going to use him for the quarterback sneak. He weighs 40 pounds more than Tua and is 4 inches taller than Tua. Yeah, hell yeah, use his big body in there. Those are things that you don't think of. So you got to give the coaches credit. They're thinking outside the box, and they've got to make those kind of calls.
I swear to God, nobody this week has asked him to explain the Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, really, I am shocked you guys have not asked him that.
Bro, we you know what?
I thought you guys would ask the offensive coordinators that is actually
they don't answer shit. They don't.
Boyer was God, man. Boyer was.
It's a major frustrating point, and it's just getting worse and worse around here. But that's let me
the best part is when you guys are interviewing Boyer, you can see his eyes and his mind thinking of, okay, how am I going to phrase this by saying nothing?
it's like their goal every day. Their goal is to talk to us and walk away saying absolutely nothing. And
Yeah,
it's,
I
and
know.
our goal is they win all the time. Our goal is to get them to say something, and they win all the time. And it's getting to the point where it feels like we're facing Tom Brady's Patriots. It's just a doomed scenario from the jump.
Yeah, it's what's really hurt you guys is that you don't have locker room access. Because at least with locker room access, you'll be able to get something, that's different than the norm because you'll be able to pull somebody aside by yourself and then get some quotes that you normally wouldn't get from a group or anything like that. That's really kind of hurt you guys. And also, even just for human interest stories,
Yeah.
it's like pulling teeth for you guys because it doesn't matter whether it's you or Joe Shad or Hal Habit or anybody, bro. You guys are lobbing these softballs that are for human interest stories, and it's really tough to get the kind of answers you guys need, man. It's a shame.
Somehow we find a way, and it just I I don't know what to tell you. The Patriots made it work, and we're clearly on that Patriots program. So as long as you win, it's all gravy, man. Nobody
Right,
cares as long
right.
as you win, and
Yes.
we're headed in that direction. So let's just keep it going. Now we got Buffalo. It's a big game. This is a tipping game for me because right now I don't think they're in the same neighborhood as the Buffalo Bills, and they can shut me up and prove me wrong.
Well, they're going to win again this week, by the way. So anyway, so listen, I was talking about this Pittsburgh last week, Omar. Made Buffalo, pretty pedestrian. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. They Allen was 30 of 51. He threw 51, but the completions for 30 was only for 270 yards and a touchdown. And he did run 9 times, but it was 44 yards. Beasley caught 8 balls, but they were 60. What's it called? Diggs caught
Big.
9 balls, but 69 yards. Singletary rushed 11 times, 72, no touchdowns. So they did a really good job of kind of bending and not breaking for the Bills. They gave up some yards, but they limited them to 16 points. And in a way, that's kind of been Miami's game under flow right now because they haven't gotten to the point where they're a dominant defense, but they do give up some yards, but they don't end up breaking a lot of times and they kind of make teams settle for field goals or things like that, or they get a turnover or something along that way.
They're
And I
tough and
almost feel like in
yeah.
order to get to them to be pedestrian, do you agree with me that it's all about Agba and Phillips and Van Ginkel and Seiler and Wilkins and Baker and all these guys getting after Allen one way or another, whether you sack him or just hit him, but make him feel like a pinball machine in the between the bumpers on a
That
consistent basis.
that just has not been a very successful strategy. I hear where you're going and your thought process, but it just has not been a very successful strategy for Miami. And from that standpoint, when do you see this team getting pressure with rushing just four? It just doesn't happen.
Well, no,
Um,
that's why I threw the linebackers in there, and even
yeah, they're
you're
a
going to have to
blitz.
set safety blitz. You're going to have a corner blitz. You're going to have to keep him off balance somewhat, and keep him in the pocket too at the same time. So it's got to kind of be a discipline type of thing if you can. So how do you see it?
I think they have to take that same approach and drop seven in the cover. I think they got to vary their coverages, and I think
Okay.
shadowing him on downs is important. Shadowing him on third downs is important. I think, basically containing the run is critical, and then confusing him, changing up the looks. But I'm not sure blitzing him on third downs is the right approach.
So,
That's
so you like 7, 8 DBs, and then kind of having what's it called a Baker
somebody, yeah, somebody spy.
Baker being the spy for him. Is that
I
is that
do.
what you're saying?
I do. Baker or one of the safeties. I think Jay Holland would be a great spy. Just a guess. Um, you know, uh,
Such a
it
big dude, bro.
yeah, he is big. I was taking a look at him. He's got some size to him, but Josh Allen's a real big dude. Josh Allen's the size
That's
of a
that,
tight end.
that's what I meant is that Josh
Oh yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
sake for Holland to cover him, that's a big body that he has to try to fight and take down, and
yeah.
Allen is a big hog, dude. Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, Holland only weighs like 17 less pounds than Jerome Baker. So, but to me, it's about speed and closing ability. And I like Baker's blitzing ability. But then you take him away, and then somebody's not defending the back. So, they're Josh Allen has beaten Miami 5 of 6 times. He's won AFC Player of the Week 4 of the 6 times. He's won it 4 times against the Dolphins. He's won AFC Player of the Week 6 times in his career, and 4 of those games have been against the Dolphins. So that's the level of dominance that he's had. I'm writing a column in the Sun Sentinel right now, basically explaining why Josh Allen is Miami's daddy. Listen,
So,
they got to get some child support payments, man, because he is their father.
well, Dad's going to lose this week.
Okay.
And I do like, if you can't rush him, which I think they're going to try. I do like the opposite of that is dropping 7-8 guys and just flooding the zone and then trying to confuse him and try to make him. The only thing I worry about, obviously, is that he's going to then kill you with his legs, and he's done a really good job of that, of killing them with his legs, and made a lot of. Now this past week, Pittsburgh really was able to limit that. Now
I think your best approach is to fuck him up, and but to do that you got to blitz him, and I think you pay big. You blitz him. It just hasn't been very effective and successful for you. So, yeah, he's probably a harder riddle to solve than Tom Brady, if you think about it.
The only thing also is this is the first time they play him with Jones and X on the field, so this might make a little bit of a
They had
difference.
Jones and X in the season finale. So yeah, well, that
Did they? Oh yes, they did. That's right. That's right. He was
and
healthy.
where they got roasted by backups, not
Yes.
Jones and X, but yes, the Dolphins.
Yeah,
They
but
killed Noah, just
yes.
destroyed him.
Well, but Noah's different. That's what I'm saying. Having those two guys there, Needham's
No,
playing well.
they killed Needham. It wasn't
Right.
Noah. Let me be fair.
Okay. Yeah, Needham's playing well right now, so hopefully that will translate over to this game. Injury wise, anything else that we got to be concerned about, that we should know about?
Adam Shaheen, sorry for all the yawning. Baby was up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's been a long day.
Understandable.
Adam Shaheen is coming back from a knee injury. That's just another tight end that's entering the equation. We got Preston Williams with this Liz Frank injury. I'm not sure he's going to be active. Whether or not he's questionable for the game or not, I'm not sure. And then special teams, Clayton Fejedelem. He's battling an injury that I don't know if it's going to keep him out of the game. He's just a special teamer anyway.
Yeah, no, and he's good at covering special teams, but
special teams captain. Let me put some respect on his name. He's captain.
Yeah, no, he's a special team stud. That's what he does. But I think they have enough guys that I don't think that's not the area that I'm concerned about nearly as much on special teams. I'm more concerned about trying to corral that offense and trying to slow it down. But I do love the idea of playing a lot of zone back there, like what Pittsburgh did, and try to confuse them, because that does make a lot of sense. Now, Pittsburgh naturally has guys up front that can disrupt things and really make it more difficult for you. Miami does not have those kind of guys, and that's the only thing that I do worry about, and that's why I think they're going to have to change things up overall. Now, on the offense, what do you want to see from Miami? What does Miami have to do in order to make life easier for the defense this week?
Protect Tua, run the football, and Tua's got to be sharp. Tua's got to be consistent. I know he can play a better game than what he showed against the Patriots. That turnover is probably the only blemish that I saw from really his performance, and he's got to clean that up a little bit more. He's got to deliver to Albert Wilson. The plays are there. I'm telling you, the plays are there.
Right.
It's and utilizes tight ends a little bit better. And strangely enough, those are the things that I think he's done well here at training camp. Utilization of his tight ends and then the Albert Wilson big plays. Though, if you ask me what I've seen from him during training camp, that would be it. Unfortunately, you didn't see that in the season opener, but I'm a patient man. I think it's coming.
So what was the prediction for you in the paper?
I'm predicting 24-21 Buffalo Bills until you show me that you have an answer to the Josh Allen riddle, which I don't think, Josh Allen has dominated them better than Tom Brady ever has, which is weird, but it's just true. And really, until you solve that riddle of how to defend Josh Allen, I'm not sure that you're in the same class as the Buffalo Bills.
24-20 Miami.
Okay. I mean, I'd listen. They win this game. They win on Sunday. They own the AFCs. It's their division, and they're in the driver's seat. And all they got to do is take care of business. You should sweep the Jets. That gets you to 4. You win one more in the division, whether it be against New England or whether it be against Buffalo. That gets you to 5. You win another 5 or 6 games outside your division, and you're at 11. And you're sitting real pretty in the playoffs.
There you go. See, now you understand why I think they're going to win 11. There you go. Now you're on my side. You see?
We'll
there
see.
You go. There you go. So 24-20 Miami, and we'll be talking about a Dolphin victory on Monday, my friend. You have a great weekend. Get some sleep. Charge that battery. I'll see you Monday.
All right. Talk to you later.
You got it. There you go. Well, actually, we'll see him Sunday, too, for the game. We appreciate it. Omar Kelly with the Ejdconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report.
You've been listening to the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report with Omar Kelly. For additions, home remodeling, or custom work, call Eric at 305-433-4843. EJDconstruction.com is the custom home builder and general contractor you can trust. 305-433-4843.